Charlesease, everything you need to know when you need to know it, man. Let's get right back into it. Subscribe, share, like if you haven't already. It's greatly appreciated, man. It's greatly appreciated. Rocking with your boy. All new everything. We got new merch. We appreciate everybody grabbing the merch. You feel me? Just so appreciative. Everybody, all my new subscribers. People staying in touch with the movement. We got the music on the way. Music is sounding so phenomenal, man. You feel me? Just, yo, God is taking the wheel, man. God is really taking the wheel. We want to get into this situation, these allegations about little Bootsy, man. A young lady, we gonna kind of take our time with this one. Young lady, prettybrownskin on TikTok that came across my desk. That's her handle. She made some allegations about Lil Boosie, towards Lil Boosie, that no man ever want to hear. You feel me? No man ever want to hear. Maybe the worst allegation that you could put on a man. You feel me? At least as far as where I'm from, our culture. But if this is true, why didn't the culture protect this young lady? Why didn't the culture protect all the young ladies that went through this essay, this get off of me, this forceful physical act, an act of violation? This young lady and Bootsy have since responded. And of course, he was saying it's not true. He opposed everything this young lady said. He was putting up reward money for addresses, anybody who knew where she lived. Bootsy, if you're doing the right thing, taking the right upstanding citizen type of protocol, you kind of let your counsel handle it. You don't want to be offering rewards and stuff for where she lived, for where her people live. That kind of speaks to something else. But this young lady, she said she was violated and she remembered this shit. She's coming out with her trauma. And what we can't do, allegedly, if this is true, we can't get to asking them, yo, why you come out now after all these years? We got to continue to give them platforms to tell their stories, no matter how long that time frame has been in between from where this act happened to them coming out, man. We gotta support these women. I'm not necessarily talking about their situation, prettybrownskin and Bootsy's situation, but I'm just talking about in totality, in general, for the women who this type of act really happening to, or I hate to say it, going to happen to. We got to continue to be behind these women, offering them our support of the community, the culture, whatever you want to say, continuously giving them their platform for whenever they want to come out, whenever they want to tell their story, whenever they want to share their trauma. We got to make sure these doors stays open. It's continuously open around the clock, no matter how long it is. She said Bootsy used to date her mom. So that was the introduction to them being acquainted, to their encounter. And I believe it's rough. Yeah, it's rough. She said Boosie was over a family member's house and she was in the room asleep. And Boosie kind of came in the door where her bedroom was, where she was at rest, allegedly, while she was a child. These is her words, you know. And Boosie said, you ain't gonna never have a first love. I'm gonna always be your first, da-da-da-da. You know, and began to do what he did, what led to this lady coming out allegedly, you know. She said she was left in a pool of blood, crawling on the floor to loved ones. A family member who was supposed to be a loved one, you know. A lot of these times when these situations happen, and these young women, they come out to a loved one, a parent, a mother, a grandparent. You know, usually the mom, sometimes the moms write them off and sweep it under the rug because they want to continue to be in good graces with this particular God and the totality of things, you know. So it's not uncommon for it to be brushed under the rug at all, man. Yeah, at all. And like I said, this young lady said she was 5 years old. So she finally came out. She been carrying this trauma with her forever. It's probably been affected many walks of her life. Being intimate with gentlemen she would meet, being family, funk jobs, her social life, just having friends, you know, PTSD, going places, you know, going to new places. Can you imagine the trauma of a 5-year-old? PTSD, you gotta carry this all the way through. Even after she come out, she done came out. Now, she still gotta carry this. It ain't like, yo, when you come out, it just all flies away up off of you. You're now a new person. Now the weight is lifted. Nah, people say the weight is lifted. Probably a certain amount of the weight is lifted. But it's still shit there holding you down. Let's keep it real. It's still shit, it's still weight there holding you down. You still, even though you come out, yeah, it's a sort of kind of a release, but you still walking around with this. This young lady has to still walk around with this. Allegedly, if it happened the way she said it happened, man, she has to walk around and still carry this. I mean, she came out, only she knows what that did, maybe to help her. Maybe it did help her. Maybe she finding out that it harmed her even more because she broke down in the midst of telling this story, reliving what she's saying is happened, reliving that trauma over and over and over again. She broke down. So it's still some type of weight, some type of force bearing down on her. She broke down. What can we say? It's still there, even though she came out. Wow. So all I can say is wow. Little Boosie. Boosie got a lot of fans. Let's keep it real. his fans. I'm a fan of Boosie. Fans don't always want to hear this about their favorite celebrity, their favorite rapper, their favorite entertainer. They don't always want to hear this. But in them not hearing this, they only hurting the victim. Why? Because they too have platforms that they get to speak out. And in the midst of them speaking out, they're bashing the victim. They're traumatizing the victim even more. But people don't look at it like that. Crazy. Listen, man, may all parties involved find peace. Whatever that look like for him. I'm sure Boosie didn't talk with his God, whoever he have faith in, whoever he had his hat on when he's going through something. I'm sure the young lady, she been talking to the person in the spirit, whoever's in charge of her faith. Just brought her this far with that type of weight bearing down on her from 5 years old. If it truly happened, how she said, from 5 years old to now. Man, shit crazy. Just everybody find peace and healing at this time, man. It's just, wow. These women are courageous, man. These women who go through this, and not necessarily talking about Boosie's situation, because we don't know everything, but in the grand scheme of things, the women that come out when they want to tell they traumatic stories of what they went through, or it might be a man. It might be men who come out, who then came out. Might be children. This shit happened to children. This young lady was 5. Maybe it's even children coming out. Maybe they can't wait. Maybe the trauma, the depression, the anxiety, the PTSD is too great. They can't wait till they reach Pretty Brown Skin's age to come out. Maybe they looking for some type of immediate resolve. Some of them might self-medicate. So now you compounding problems on top of problems, man. Trying to find an answer. Compounding problems on top of problems, trying to find an answer, man. Listen, I'm cutting this short. This shit is rough, man. This shit is, listen, man. Charlesease, man. Subscribe. I'm out.